Hey, what's up with it, y'all? Yes, it's another Monday night of slick talk. You know what I'm saying? So y'all might as well get ready for it because when Brother Emmanuel get in here, we gonna get to it like always. Um, it's been a busy Monday, like always, um, and a lot of good things are developing. So y'all just stay tuned because it's going down. Yeah, we definitely appreciate everybody, all the support, everybody that's always tuning in, sharing, all that good type of stuff. We definitely appreciate it, y'all. Going, but it's a lot of great things about to, you know what I'm saying, happen. So y'all just keep watching, man. Keep watching, you know. Just keep watching, keep supporting, you know what I'm saying? And we gonna show our love right back, like always. Yeah, Brother Emmanuel, he'll be in just a minute, y'all. Um, just waiting, just waiting on this to add him, but we're gonna be switching to a different platform, so that we don't have to worry about, these type of delays or none of that, So yeah, just bear with us, man. Let's see, it's still not letting Brother Emmanuel in here. Let's see what we can make happen right here. Okay. All right, say add, y'all. What's up with it, man? How you doing? How you doing, Dr. Nasube? Appreciate you for tuning in. We're gonna get Brother Emmanuel back on here. Got kicked out, but we definitely appreciate everybody. You know what I'm saying? Um, Salute to our sister Natural. She's really doing her thing. Definitely proud of her and everything she's doing in the community. Everything that she's doing on the show. The topics are great. Everything is great. You know what I'm saying? We couldn't ask for more. What's up with it, brother, man?
What's up with it, man? Thank you, everybody, for being here tonight. This is Slick Talk Monday night. You know what this is, man. I am Brother Emmanuel, the Houstonian. The Houston haters hate to hear because I scream it loud and clear. 24/7, 365. I represent the truth, the critical show, Hood News GP on mine. Coming into the night in the honor of our brother, Gary Monroe. So we're only coming from the lip, not from the hip. Nobody need to get scared, no dangers involved. The one gonna get hit in the crowd is the one that the rock hit, and they gonna holler. So everybody else you safe. But tonight we are gonna bring some facts, as we always do. We want to go over some things. We want to appreciate everybody for being here tonight. I know you got a lot of stuff on your plates, so I thank you for taking out your time to come and spend a little time with us, on this magnificent Monday night. So we won't be long, but we will definitely be strong and let you know what's going on. We got a situation where they found this young lady who had been missing for a long time, a little sister named Dion Williams. Uh, and they found her body in a cooler or a bag uh, last week. She had been missing since last year, but they found her body finally, and they're trying to figure out who did that to this baby because she was done horrible, man. She was disposed of in that manner, losing her life like that, so we hope everybody in the community will come together and, rally behind finding out what's going on. Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me, Critical? Hear me? Peace to the doctor, one of the hosts on Wednesday nights. Huey P. Newton, Kim Landa, Natural show I thought we wanted to change. She comes in and gives great dialogue as co-host on that show, so we want everybody to participate on Wednesday night and hear the dialogue. Part two is coming up, so we salute the doctor's presence on the night here on the show and everyone else's presence.
Yeah, you going in and out.
Okay, so that's on my. Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you good now.
Yeah, again, we want to thank the
Yeah.
doctor for being here. This is one of the co-hosts on Wednesday night, Naturals. I thought we really wanted to change show. We support them, and we want everybody to be there on Wednesday night. It's going to be part two of a magnificent topic, emasculation and feminization of the black man. And it was magnificent on last week. I hope a whole lot of y'all got some good stuff out of it because all the panelists, just came with it real, told the truth, and it's a topic we need to talk about. So, Black by Popular Demand is
She
back
said she said
Wednesday
she can
night.
hear you but not clear.
What happened? Okay, it's
She
not
said she
coming
can hear
in.
you but not clear.
Shaka San Kofi. Salute. Let me go in and come back in. Like
Okay.
it's over.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, he'll be right back. He'll be right back in. But just like he was saying, our sister Natural, uh, the different topics that she's been having on her show is just, awesome. Yeah, and it's something. The topics are things that our community needs to be talked about, and the households of today doesn't have those real conversations or asking those real questions. A lot of things are more passive. Uh, as long as it's not affecting that person, at that time. But once it start affecting, that person, Now it's a different, it's a different type of feeling. Yes, we most definitely are proud of her. Uh, because the households needs to have those type of real conversations. Uh, the community needs to have those type of conversations. You know, and we all know that everybody doesn't believe the same thing, nor agree or disagree on the same thing. But uh, what we can do is embrace one another's opinion, uh, because there's nothing wrong with agreeing to disagree. There's nothing wrong with that. You feel what I'm saying? As long as it's some grown folk conversation happening. Yes. Yes. Uh, and what we're about to do, the things that me and brother Emmanuel discuss, and me and him talk on a daily, and we want to see a lot of change in our community because we know it can be done. You know, we're not saying that it's easy because it's not. Because everybody's on their own program and everybody feel that they right. Everybody want to be the chief instead of the Indians. So it's just a whole lot of. Yes, it is. Open dialogue is best when respected. Yes, it most definitely is. Yes, yes. And open dialogue is a great thing. There are no hidden agendas. There's no uh uh getting on the phone or hey girl, such and such. You heard about this, and when you can be grown and have those type of conversations and laugh and still get along all at the same time. That's a great thing. Hey, what's going on, brother man?
Let's try this again. Can y'all hear me better
Oh,
now?
oh yeah, you clear. Yeah, you clear.
Good. But yeah, that's real. As y'all was saying, just joining in with what y'all was saying. I'm proud of our queen too. For having the courage to speak truth. On those issues that she was talking about on the previous Wednesday night. And on many others before that. But like the sister said, some people laid out some vulnerabilities that are real in our community, but don't have someone to speak on them. It takes a lot of courage, a lot of bravery. You know what I'm saying? It takes that real man essence to be able to put those things out there during the topic that we need to talk about. We need to be, transparent. We need to be real so that we can reach those people that these things have gone on in their lives and they went through, and they can make a real change. It can really hit them. So when they see by example, because a lot of people talk, but you got to be able to walk the same walk. So when they see people, on these platforms that are giving you the truths of lives, giving you their vulnerabilities by giving you those things that society has, miseducated you on, those things will be saluted. That knowledge is to be saluted. So I appreciate that. As the sister say, you're right. Open dialogue, that is the best. As long as everybody stay respectful, and y'all will see on this platform, it's respect here on this show and on Natural Show on Wednesday nights. It's respect. That's who we back up. We back up organized situations. You got a lot of platforms out here, a lot of podcasts out there that have a lot of attention, and they're not giving you anything that's good for your soul, but a bunch of entertainment. You know, you got a lot of them that's getting a million gifts and just doing ridiculous stuff. You know what I'm saying? And so it means a lot when you have those that understand the power of this platform, power of this camera, and how it can reach out and it can help people. It's a beautiful thing when you have those type of platforms being popularized by the people and to the people so that they can reach it, you know, because again, we can spend all night listening to a bunch of foolishness, or we can listen to something that really affects us, issues that really affect us and that makes us better. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, to those that are doing that, you know, we salute them, and we want to encourage those that are not, you know, to rescript it, because, you know, that is the entertainment of these days. That's the way we reach everybody these days, through this social media, through these different podcasts, these different platforms, you know. And some people are taking it and playing it as a game, you know, but instead we need to know that these things are serious, you know what I'm saying? So we need to put serious issues out. We need to talk about it seriously, and it takes a special breed of people to do that. So I salute the Queen. I salute Critical. I salute everybody that's out there doing it. And I want everybody to check those that are not, you know, that are giving a bunch of buffoonery and a bunch of stuff for likes. You know what I'm saying? Instead of real issues, you know. But I'm gonna go in on this. You know, I know a lot of people might not understand it, but you know, salute. We lost one of the WWF, then turned to WWE greats, Hulk Hogan. You know, and a lot of people have a lot of feelings, you know, about that. A lot of people have, you know, expressed their condolences in many different ways, comical or not, you know, on social media because of things that happened in the last few years of discovery of, you know, some tapes of him saying some stuff. You know, it kind of pissed a lot of folks off. You know what I'm saying? And they come to, oh, he racist, he hate black folks and all that. But, you know, just on some real stuff. A lot of people say a lot of racist shit, you know what I'm saying, and they hide just on some real stuff behind closed doors to themselves. A lot of them is real, you know, it's in them at times, you know. They can work with folks and still not like them, you know what I'm saying? And everybody had a right to do that. So, you know, all I'm saying is with that is, you know, it was real that they found that out, that was his opinion, but in my view, it didn't surprise me, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of them that came up during them days, that's what, you know, they came up through. So, you know, I didn't put none of that, you know, past him or any of them. So, you know, it didn't hurt me. And to me, it didn't scold his record, you know, the record of entertainment. He was an entertainer. You know, what he did for a lot of kids was brought them entertainment on the weekends, you know what I'm saying, with that wrestling. Make you think something was real when it wasn't. It was a storyline, you know, you got to imitate it. Every little boy imitated wrestling and some kind of wrestling hero on that. The reason I salute him is because he did bring in some great black men who we were able to exemplify greatness in ourselves from seeing them. You know, a lot of people didn't have to do that then. A lot of them that was in there wasn't doing that. But he brought in dudes like Mr. T. Man, we was Mr. T nuts, man. You know what I'm saying? He had it right on side of him. And Mr. T didn't have to sell out, wear no dress, you know, do none of that crazy stuff to fit in. He was himself. And he showed a lot of little black brothers that they could do the same thing. Another character that he brought in, you know, Tiny Lester, the character of Zeus in a movie called No Holds Barred. Many of y'all know this actor as Debo in Friday, you know, but he the one that brought that brother out, you know what I'm saying, saw his potential, you know what I'm saying, and did that there, you know. But amongst a lot of others, there were black characters in WWE, WWF, that a lot of us kids, you know, we emulated, man, we respected, we liked to see the possibilities of what we could do also, and not just, you know, other folks. So, you know, I salute, you know, him doing that. You know what I'm saying? As I said, a lot of people have personal issues, but the greatness, the wholeness of you is what you salute or not when a person passing away. And I salute the greatness in him bringing our people, giving our brothers a chance, to shine on them stages, and they did. So I wasn't left with just having to watch the others. I was able to see myself. I was able to see my uncles, my grandfather, my dad, and my brothers, my people on there too, blended in, and again, it is what it is. So that's something that hit a lot of people. We want to salute those that went out to the Carl Hampton Day celebrations. They had a magnificent celebration on that morning at the grave. They cleaned up the grave magnificently. One of the brothers came out there and had that thing shining, man, so beautiful. And salute to all the people that gathered out there. It should have been a bigger presence, but it is what it is. It was an important presence. It's important that they did that. And the rest of the day, they went on to serve the community in the name of our brother Carl Hampton of Black Panther Houston, who was murdered, by Houston police. But the magnificent thing about his story is the people stood up for him back in the day. This is Houston history. People stood up when the cops came to murder him, and the people stood up and wouldn't let the cops go in the building and get him. And it caused almost a huge riot at that time. But the people stood for him and stood in between the cops and that Panthers, our brother Carl Hampton, being taken into custody. But eventually, it happened, and they murdered our brother. And the remembrance of it was done on this past weekend, on the 55th anniversary of his passing, by many great people. So shout out to all those that participated, that fed the hood, that just interacted with the hood, that marched, those that wanted to be there. You know what I'm saying? We need to do more of these type of things. And I hope to participate in the future in more of these different events. But I have to salute y'all for doing that and honoring our brother. But as we were saying before we was cut off, on July 11th, I believe, the remains of the little sister, Dion Williams, 35-year-old sister who was reported missing about a year before that, were found in a cooler on the side of the road. And, it was a horrible discovery for the person that found it. But, that search for that sister has come to a sad ending right here in Houston. And it needs to be brought up on the table, of protecting, our sisters, protecting our women more, protecting our kids. We got a lot of stuff that's going on. We got online predators. Watch the phones and the devices your babies are on, because a lot of people that are over here that's not supposed to be, they're up in their push on, trying to contaminate our children, trying to reach them, trying to do all types of scams and stuff. So we have to have heightened alert for that, for your children. Salute to Brother Isaiah Martin. He was one of the people that's running for the 18th Congressional District, who was arrested and removed, off the floor for his protest against the redistricting that they're doing. And he says in his own words, he feels that the redistricting is just a plan to get the Republicans in a power position to help Trump. You see what I'm saying? And that's what a lot of people feel like it is, even if it's necessary, you know what I'm saying, to speak that truth to power. He was able to do that, and they removed him, you know what I'm saying? So you got to understand that, even though some things might be necessary, you got to still make sure that they're going to be in the best interest of all the people. Because a few of them might feel that they're necessary, but if the majority don't feel like it, you got to go with the majority feels. And this is their job, to go down there in the protest and stuff, to get dirty, as our brothers say, to get in a good fight. You know what I'm saying? And that's what a politician's supposed to do. So I saluted myself personally for stepping up and standing in and not backing down on his stance. Whether everybody agree with it or not, he did that. That young brother is something to be looked at. So I want y'all to go and look him up. But we also have, I want to salute our brother Al Sharpton. You know what I'm saying? Because he does the same thing we doing. He does it on a large level. Me and Critical was speaking about this and how, you know, we have a lot of leaders and we have a lot of people that speak for the black community and all like that, but the work of them, you know, they're not doing it. It takes a lot of courage to put yourself on the front line. You know what I'm saying? Instead of being in a million movies, you know, instead you having these podcasts, you speaking truth to power. You bringing issues out that people won't, you know, normally get brought to their attention. And he does this on the weekly, man. You know, 2 times every day. You know, he has his podcast where you can call in. He has the evening show, MSNBC, and then the weekend he do the same thing. You know, so that is what we're doing right here. That's what those that are real, the community activists, that's what they're doing on the stages that they have. They're pressing to the people education about all type of issues. You know, you don't gotta like us. A lot of them ain't gonna like us, but that's what you got to do to call yourself a leader of the people. And he rightfully, in my opinion, deserves, you know, the respect and the backing of black people here in America, because a lot of them could be on the front line and are not out there. And this brother, you know, even in his older age, he's still fighting. He started when he was young, and he's still fighting. You know what I'm saying? That's what people need to do. Y'all need to imitate that type of lifestyle. Get in the battles of the community. Get in the battles of, you know, building us up, you know, when you're young and making your life ambition. You know what I'm saying? And he's reached a lot of levels. So, you know, I get that, man. You know, I give him respect, and I can say that he is a great black leader of the people. You know, he's the one that's out there using the stage on front line. You know what I'm saying? You know, shaking the sheets up, man, making it clear-eyed. You know, and that's what we known for. So I give him his respect. I give him his flowers, and I tell people, you know, if anything that you exemplify leadership, that's leadership. You know what I mean? Al Sharpton, you know, like him or not. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people that don't want to, you know, speak truth, they don't like it. You know, but those that like to speak truth and like to be transparent, they love him because he got a saying that it's real. We can have all type of different opinions. Everybody get their own different opinion. Like everybody got assholes. He don't say the asshole part, but he said we can have different opinions, but we can't have different facts. We got to have the same fact. A fact is gonna be a fact, and your shit is in mine too. So, you know, we stand on facts in life. You know, when we bring issues up, we're gonna bring y'all facts. And this is what's been going on. But yeah, the cop that killed Breonna Taylor got 3 years. I don't know if many people know about that. There was a little sister who was murdered years ago, and it sparked off a lot of protests around brothers from Houston. Trey the Truth went down there and got caught up, you know, actually on the ground, you know, fighting for that situation. It was a horrible situation. This young lady got killed in her apartment, and you know, worldwide attention came on it. But it's sad that they just, you know, quietly threw that out there. You know, quietly gave these people a slap on the wrist. Why? Because the chance of freedom ain't big no more, ain't huge no more. You know, the Derek Chauvin, you know, and George Floyd situation, it stayed huge, you know, but the pressure stayed on that. But I guess the pressure wasn't on those, you know, to do the same in our little sister Breonna Taylor. But we're gonna honor them. We're gonna honor her. We're gonna honor the many others that have been murdered and not received the justice they should. You know, we can't bring them back, but we can collectively remember them and honor their memories, their sacrifices, and make sure that it don't happen to nobody in the future as much as possible. But again, we can't save every situation, but we can educate everybody on what's the real issues out here in life and tell everybody you got to protect yourself, you got to be safe, ain't trust nobody. You have to make everybody prove themselves like they make you, and you got to be there for each other. You know what I'm saying? Because one person, you know, can't do it on their own. You know, it's always meant for two. That's why we got 2 eyes and 2 hands and two. It's a bunch of different definitions. You know, understandings for the power of two. So we use that same thing with each other. We here, we giving you the truth, you receiving it. You receive it, you go do what we need to do with the truth. Get it out there to the other people, so that more people can know it and not be scammed. More people can know it and not be fooled. Okay, but yeah, so that's what we have to do with each other. And we have to use these stages for the for the for the true thing that it is. It is a tool to get the word out to the masses of the people. Never before have they had something like this. So we have to do that. We have to use these stages not for entertainment or buffoonery, but for the entertainment of our people who are being fooled, who are being scammed. That's what you're gonna do. You gotta do it. And so we salute those that do it, those that stay on board, that stay down with us, that support. Put out something to y'all on Critical page after the show that y'all can go and click on and you can look at and see if you want to be on board with that. But we appreciate all the love and all the support from our people. We appreciate all those that are doing back to school drives for the kids and helping out the families, celebrating the children, going back into another school year. We want the community, to continue to stand up in your districts, in your schools, to make sure that these schools are safe. Let's not forget the threat that our children are under. Just being in the buildings, knowing that there are people out here that target those type of places, knowing that these guns are loose in Texas. There's no more licenses that you need to have to permits to carry guns down in Texas. So it's really the old school Wild Wild West. That's dangerous when they have these semi-automatic weapons and they're making them readily available. So we got to make sure that we protect our babies in the schools. We got to make sure that they have everything they need going back. So I salute those that are doing it. We want to make sure that everybody is aware and ready for August 16th. Critical Show and Friends presents, back to school giveaway. Community come together. We're going to do it and do it good. Feed each other, love on each other, and give to those that are in need. So we want everybody to bring their babies out. We want everybody to continue to support and sponsor this event. And don't forget, the weather should be good. We're saying the future forecast, but it can always change. But as of now, everything is looking up. All we need to do is just keep ourselves, ready, so that we don't have to get ready. That's how we do it good for the babies, man. So everybody do y'all parts, and then when the time comes, it's just gonna be a beautiful thing. I look forward to seeing all those that came last time and many more now. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's what I got, bro.
And I want to go back to the discussion as far as District 18, and who's running for District 18. What's going on? Yeah, because we see that.
We got a list of them. It's a mini few, and we're gonna need to dissect each one. What you saying, bro?
Now, because the talk right now is the redistricting. That's the main talk, and that's something that a lot of, from what I'm seeing, it's a lot of people that are scared of the redistricting process, which you already know how I feel about it. It's time for a change. People been in office 40, 50 years, and our community still look the same. So it's time for a change. I don't feel nobody would be a threat to our communities unless it's our communities. But other than that, I think redistricting,
might have our communities looking like something. And and that's the main things. Our communities all fucked up.
Yeah, and some real stuff, when we talk about, and it's just a real issue, when we talk about, those that have been in power for a long time and what have they done? And that's true. What have they done? What has changed for the better of the community? And if we see it hasn't, then we have to change up. At one point in time, they said black people, people that were poor, was a part of the Republican Party, and they did their thing until the Republican Party didn't meet their needs no more, and then they were brought over to the Democratic Party. So now they're saying that most of us are part of the Democratic Party. Well, guess what? If the Democratic Party don't act right, guess what? Everybody need to do exactly what they did the first time and rethink this shit. And you might have to go to the other side. But what needs to be done is things need to be changed, needs to be shook up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because those that have been doing it, what has the community got out of it? And you know what's crazy? That immigration issue that they was talking about, and how that the woman came on TV and she said, if you've been in America illegally, at this time, y'all don't go back, and then we're gonna bring you back in the right way. If we catch you, it's gonna be messed up. You know how people were saying, man, that's messed up, that's disrespectful. How she said that immigrants, they putting them out and all like that. But in truth, the actuality is she plagiarized that speech. Plagiarized just means she copied that speech because somebody said that speech word for word years before that. It's crazy that that somebody was Barack Obama. So it's like they repeating shit. They're getting credit for stuff that has already been done. You know what I'm saying? It's like they're fooling us. That's it. They just fooling us with circles and circles. Then the other side get one side shit and use that. Everybody mad. It's because people don't know no better. So what's crazy is, they hate the change because it might seem like they don't get to fool us no more. Mm.
Yep. Yeah. For real. That's right. And you right, Shaniqua. You ain't lying. Our neighborhoods do look messed up, and are street one of our streets are messed up and damaged, and not to mention other things. We will be all night talking about them. Yeah, and that's true. And and that's crazy because the same people, it's like they've been in the office 40, 50 years. It's like they don't travel up and down them streets. You know what I'm saying? You know, I know they got to travel up and down those streets. I know they do. I know they got to travel up and down those streets. Unless they have somebody going and get something for them. I know they have to ride through the neighborhood to go to the church or go to certain functions. To go to the schools. I know they see how these communities look. I know how they see that these abandoned schools, all of these schools that are closed down, the grass has grown up so high. It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So it's time for a change. It's time for a change, and I feel the only people that are the scared of that change is because once that change comes, they're going to have to change right along with their change. And a lot of people don't want to put in that extra effort in their work. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody wanted to be done for them. And it's messed up the way that people think. Because we had a conversation with somebody. What's that? Last night or yesterday? It was yesterday. Yesterday afternoon. Um, me and Emmanuel were on the phone talking. With a certain individual, and we were discussing the redistricting, you know, and we were told that it's against the law because they just did it 2 years ago. So what? So what? Laws change every day. So what we're gonna do? What we're gonna say? Oh no, they just changed that. Oh, last time they can't. That's against the law. They can't change it again. Man, bullshit, bullshit. How would something? Why would something be against the law when it's something to better our communities? You know, people say the most crazy shit. You know, and I just be listening because I be like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Oh, you know they gonna make it. It's gonna be for the Republicans. So if we didn't had our people in the office 30 to 50 years, and our people that have been in office, if they didn't been in office 30 to 50 years, it's time for their ass to come out of there. And I don't wouldn't care if it's a Republican or not. It's time for you to go. It's time for a change. Shit, we gonna be 80 years old, and our community is still gonna look the same. Still gonna look the same.
Exactly, and the people that's running ain't gonna be 100. What type of shit is that? They gotta, like you say, pass the damn baton.
Yep, that's right. Facts. And they have to, man. They have to. Yeah, they have to.
It's just like in these churches, man. You got these churches that's been run by the same pastor since they started. Pastor can't down there talk. Pastor can't down there walk. And even if they could, you get your knowledge from someone who was taught that knowledge during the generation that knowledge was good for them at that time. They haven't progressed into the changing times. Life progresses, everything changes. And so you got to progress and change with it. If you don't progress and change with it, then how can you teach a new progressive era? Because the kids and everything evolves, it all changes, so the methods got to change. And if you still stuck in the old mind frame and teaching that old method, you know, you keeping the people, in a hole. That's just for real. You have to pass the baton. And you have to groom the next generation. A lot of them, they want to hold it forever, man. They want to hold out on shit too damn long. You're not grooming the next generation to take it as if you're gonna be here forever. Now it's sad, but in the honor of our brother, who this show is for, our brother Gary Monroe, he was able to speak truth to power. This brother was, I'm talking about, magnificent, fire. They hated to see him coming because they know they had to act right. But when this brother transitioned untimely, unexpected in all our minds, and I'm sure it was unexpected for him also, who could step up and get in his place and give that same fire? Who had he groomed? Who had been his protege? And even if he had one, you know what I'm saying? Who would have been able to step up if that one was taken out or gone? What we need to do is we need to create the next generation, create a bunch of them. They need to pass the baton to, and get each one of them ready in case they go. Because this is some real shit. We still got leaders today that we revering from the fucking 60s. From the 70s. No disrespect to the ancestors are taken away from them. But the things in the obstacles that they were facing, life in general that they were facing at that time, ain't the same like what we facing today. So yeah, they overcame some obstacles then, but how the fuck are you gonna sit up and condemn us today, say that we're lazy or we ain't getting it done, and say that what y'all did what y'all did during your time? Could you have done what you did during them time these days? Hell nah. You're gonna use those tactics. They wouldn't have worked. So change times have progressed. And so we need to look for new leaders We need to crown new leaders. We need to follow those that are out here on these lines that understand these days, and I'm speaking truth to the power of the issues these days. The baton has to be passed or taken. Damn right, I'm tired of these recycled politicians. I don't need you to make a robot that look like you and act exactly like you. No, pass the baton means give it to the next generation, the next person. Let them do it their way, not force them to be like you. You know what I'm saying? Because then, hell, then that's just keeping the same person in rule and authority. You know what I mean? We need to be mentoring and we need to be preparing. You know what I'm saying? Like reality is that we ain't going to be here forever. And those that have these great platforms, they need to have those that are understudies that's coming under. And the people are going to them like they going to their sensei, their teacher, and listening and getting the truth from them. It got to be passed on. Louis Farrakhan ain't going to live forever. Watch. One of these days, we're going to hear breaking news. Nation of Islam leader, Minister Louis Farrakhan, the Honorable, however you say it or not, has passed away. The brother damn near in the 90s, I believe now, so he got his right mind and all of that, but our bodies, even if they healthiest, can't go forever. One of these days, you're going to hear that there because it has to happen. But who will succeed it? They preparing for that in their nation. You know what I mean? Just like it was prepared for from Elijah Muhammad, for him. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, you have to do those things. You have to get ready to pass that legacy. And the real leaders, you know, they want to build those type of people to be ready to take on the new challenges of the new day. Not the challenges of yesterday. Can't use my tactic. You can only honor me for the obstacles I've overcome during my shit. But I can't put me on the level of what y'all are going on today, and I can't down you. So all I'm saying to the people is, we're the new leaders. We the people these days, we're going through and understanding what's going on these days. And so we need to come into that understanding and back each other up and just not be scared, you know what I'm saying, to change things. You know, so like a lot of people might not like it, but it's necessary, it's needed. If the districting that was done before hasn't been getting the job done for the people, fuck it, they need to redistrict. If the food wasn't good, what you gonna tell them? Make it again, right? You ain't gonna eat it. If it ain't done right, how you want it, you ain't just gonna eat it. You're gonna tell them redo it. So we need to read. The old need it's time. They done good, they done great during their time. This come on, man. The numbers on the calendar say 20. It's 2 something. It ain't no more 19s no more. When you leave 19, you no longer a teen. 20-year-old ain't considered a teen. They consider 20 the teen over. All those that was doing all that during that time, pass the motherfucking baton. Real shit. Pass the stage. Because if y'all just fall out, and they fall out, you not gonna know you gone. We will. Your presence will be gone. There won't be no more Sunday morning lives. There won't be no more podcasts every damn day telling the truth to power. You wish you could hear the war zone. Yeah, it's recorded, like Pac said, cameras and screens. I mean, like Pac said, immortalized the pictures. Yeah, you can live forever in a picture and a video, but your presence, your pressure, your real life force, that energy that gets things done, won't be here no more. Will you leave the world hanging, or will you have built it up past that legacy, gave them the tactics to work in their world? You know what I'm saying? That's like a parent. You need to leave your kids a home. Leave them something. You know what I mean? So many times we're the kids that have to buy our home because we're not getting that. But the parents from back in the day, that's what they did. They left their homes to their children. Their children stayed in there until their parents died. They was grown with their wives and kids and all that. They all stayed under the same roof. Why? Now we don't got to pay rent in this world. Now we don't got to pay rent. All we do is pitch in utilities together. We all gonna come up. We all got nice cars and money whenever we need it. It was a smart way of helping your children capitalize on this world once you were gone. And a lot of the elders did that. These days, that ain't been it hasn't been done to us. But we can break that generational curse and do that to our kids. We gotta fight right now to do that for our kids. Because we gotta understand that we all real, and one day we all gotta go. We're not gonna be here forever, and we're not gonna know when that time comes or how it's gonna come. Are you ready for it? That's all I'm saying. That's the political game. Are you ready in this political field to get somebody ready to take your place? Or do you think you're going to hold it forever and then you're just going to fall out and leave us all hanging? You know what I'm saying? Because these are things that's affecting us. We see in our community nothing better. You know what I mean? Shit, here, you ride down Homestead, K Bargain building still there. Potentials for a lot of stuff. The Ragged building still there, the community. Come on, man, it's just crazy the amount of time that it has looked the same damn way. So all these people that did all these voting and got all this money from all these contributors to vote, get them in office, change, all these promises. What do we receive? What do y'all see different? Scarface saying, when you rolling through your motherfucking hood, what do you see? I see some motherfucking G's, but it's a damn shame that the G's is garbage. You see a bunch of garbage. But it ain't the whole of Houston. I'm just saying in some of these communities that have been around for a long time, that are first, they should deserve, that they're deserving of the change to come to them first. You're not seeing that. It's gentrification, but is it true upliftment of the communities? These politicians, these people, they have the power to do that there. You vote them in so they can have the power to do that. Somebody speak for you and do those things for you. And if they don't do it, you got to hold them accountable, get them out them seats. But it's now time to stop just doing shit to be happy and popular and get a picture with the motherfucker and say that I know him. This is some fucking fame. It's time for people to really make change happen. We get a million promises during campaign time. Shit, Mayor Turner was the pothole mayor, man. He swore he was going to fix every damn pothole in Houston. And when he got in there, he went after him. Pothole. Shit, after a while, it stopped being about the pothole. It wasn't about the potholes no more. Why? Because he in there now. We don't need you. But now I got the power. We need to make sure that we know that that's what happens in these times, in these positions, these situations called voting. That's what happens. That's why it's important on the local level, what's affecting you. I can't tell you the big level because that's a whole nother battle. This electoral college, in my opinion, needs to get thrown out. Because the popular vote of the people is thrown out by this electoral. The millions of the people can say, yeah, we want this person, but the electoral, which is a small percentage, could actually vote, and they give it to the other person, which is crazy. How is that an equal system? If the majority of the people in the room want to watch one movie, and majority rules, then that movie got to be played. Yeah, that look crazy. Mama or daddy stepping in, nah, I'm going to put it on what those few don't want to watch. That ain't a vote then. That's manipulation then. Don't give me no motherfucking vote then. But that's the reality of it. And we're going to speak on that issue, a bit later. But for right now, the most important is on your local levels. You need to be educated about it. You need to be educated about these things. And these stages that we have right now, you need to be bringing it to the people. Stop playing my people. We're coming after you. At least I know I am. And, truth terrorist, a knowledge gangster. I'm an urban guerrilla. I'm coming for all of them that's playing with my people. And guess what? I ain't getting paid to do this. This is just what I want to do. It's on GP. General purpose. Y'all good people. Y'all God's people. Your minds. So that's what we do. We bring it to you, and we want all these other stages to do the same damn thing. If not, we will expose you. If we have the opportunity, or you come to light. Can't catch every snake. Some of them, they hide real good. But I promise you this. Hide. Ads come out. Don't get dealt with right here from the Critical Show. That's what
Oh,
we represent, man. And we salute all the people that have been standing on business and having the courage to bring their stories out. And we're going to do some follow ups on our guests so that y'all can see what has happened after this, what has happened with their situations, and what y'all can continue to support them and help them. What you say, bro?
yeah.
What you say, bro?
You know, Cornell is real name. Nah, he must can't hear me. But for everybody, I know there's a lot of different things, and I'm pretty sure that they've been putting Cornell X on those papers, but Cornell, y'all can't hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
It was chopping up in and out. Couldn't hear none of it. She was saying that
I was actually
I still can't hear nothing.
you can hear me?
Yours is showing it's on mute. Now it's off mute.
Okay, you can hear me now? You can hear me?
Apologize for these devices. Again, like Kirk said from the beginning of the show, we're working on it. We'll have y'all a better stage in the near future. But yeah, and like you were saying, this man's smart enough not to put his name on certain pieces of paper on those lawsuits. As to yeah, in our opinion, leave them hanging. You know
You
what
can
I'm
hear me?
saying? Like little sister Cher said, you're right. It's a lot of people that would love to lead and would love to do the work, get out there in the community and do the work, help the people. It's a lot of them that do, and but it does come down to finances. Because in this game, it is about a game, the money. It's like the Monopoly game. It's about who got the most money to create the biggest sound, and the biggest sound gets to people's ears. That's what makes people do stuff. If nobody tells you who to vote for, you won't even go vote. You damn sure won't vote for who somebody can tell you. But if they have the power to reach you, then they can persuade you to do that. That's what money does. So a lot of these politicians, they get their money. You know what I'm saying? And they're able to fool us. And the people that can help and the people that will run, it's sometimes hard to acquire that. But just like those politicians, you just got to go after them. We got to go after them. You know what I'm saying? And you just got to go after them. Hold on, let me go on mute.
Y'all can hear me now? Y'all still can't hear me.
We can hear you when I go on mute, so I'm gonna go on mute, bro.
Okay. Yeah, they tripping with all this new stuff that they working on social media. That's why we're about to change a few things. Yeah, but like I was saying, um, I was asking you, did you know Cornell X real name? Because I was looking. I was doing some research, for what's gonna go down, so I'm doing my research, and Cornell, for everybody that's looking for Cornell X, that want to have him served and all of that. But if you don't know Cornell X Cornell real name is Ralph Evans. That's Cornell X real name, Ralph Evans. So if any of the victims out there is trying to get him served, his real name is Ralph Evans. So hey, we find out new stuff every day, so hey, so hey, go ahead, brother Emmanuel.
Salute to that. You heard it, and that's the truth. Thank you, Brother Curtis. I definitely letting us know, bringing that out there. That's our brother on the Biz Radio. You know what I'm saying? I always stand down, I always stand in there. Y'all know, y'all can go download, and y'all can hear them 24/7, 365, wherever you at. Good music and good shows, for those that are music lovers. But yeah, that's crazy. That's his name, and that's why a lot of people are not able to find him. In the legal system, they're not able to, present him with cases, lawsuits, because they don't know that piece of great information that was given to everybody. But yes, Ralph Evans from Los Angeles, originally Los Angeles native, down here in the South, in Texas, Houston, scamming, stealing, and fooling the people into believing he's for us. And you can't be for us if you take it from us. Again, salute to all those who've been standing on their neck, been standing on his neck. You know what I'm saying? To all the works that has been done to bring it to the people's attention, what this man doing, in the hopes that he does not get any more new victims. But sadly, it constantly continues to come out. But we gotta also separate a victim from a fan, because there are some people who have given their money in hopes that he was going to help them do things, and he didn't. Those are victims. But some of those out there are fans, are purposefully. And y'all fans, y'all doing us a disservice because you're purposefully paying this man just so you can get on TV. Because he'll get you on TV. He commands attention from the news media who he works for. So you pay this money to get on TV with him. What you're doing is you're making and allowing him to present himself as something that he's not. It's a case that just came out in Houston. Him and the fake doctor are standing next to each other recently about this young man who was involved in a situation that there was a high school student, I guess, on his way to college. And they're standing in there as if they can't fucking talk for themselves. Like, he gotta talk. She gotta tell people stuff. What the fuck did that do? And neither one of them can go in nobody goddamn courtroom and make nothing happen. They can't go sit down with no DAs. They have no alliances with no DAs. They have no authority to sit down with no DAs and discuss your situation, your case, legally being handled better or not. They don't have the authority to solve any of the problems beyond getting you on the news. If your 3,500, 2,500 wants to get you want to pay that to get to hell on the news, then they did their damn job. If that's what it is. But what you're doing by allowing them to put you on the news, they don't put your story on the news, they put themselves on the news. They purposefully and strategically manipulate it so that only they are being seen the most. And they use that. They use y'all going to them to solve their problem, get them on the news, to manipulate more people into thinking that they can do it. Because every victim that he has or he's victimized hasn't made it to the news. Hasn't been heard by. There's a lot of them that haven't been heard by nobody. It's a lot of them out there haven't been heard by nobody, or have already been heard and then went into people's memories and stuff. But those situations when they got hurt were very serious, and they're still living off of that right now. But they're not popular anymore. It's been that many victims. You know what I'm saying? It's been a so whenever people reach out to them for help, you're helping them steal more from the community. You're helping them manipulate the community into thinking that they solve problems. You can get your own story on the news. Hell, we'll get you on the news. Reach out to me. Reach out to me. I guarantee I get you on there. All it is telling your story. Your story is favorable to the news, to the world. They will put it on there. You don't got to pay nobody nothing. If you just want to come up with your damn money, shit, donate to the community. Yeah, we can do a lot. Give a whole lot of snow cones and face paint and community events to have these babies happy and stuff. Meals, free meals, dinners and shit to a lot of these babies that they don't get them at home. Hell, that's what we need to do. A lot of y'all community organizations, we need to, not so much focus on breakfast this year, but we need to focus on after school meals. Them babies, when they get off them buses, we need to start having sacks in the community. Because a lot of babies, it's known, a lot of babies go home and nobody at the house. A lot of babies go home and they're not getting no meals for dinner. And they wait until the next day at school, and they're up at school early on time to devour that bullshit ass breakfast that they give them and lunch. But in the afternoon, they're left with nothing. There's no snacks for the kids after school and all that. We need to start doing that. We need to make some bags, some sacks for the babies. Give them some sustenance in the evening. Make sure they're having a good meal before they go to sleep and get up. That should be a big focus. But again, to those that's being victimized, that's the brother's name, Ralph Evans. Cornel X is the spiritual name that a lot of them take on when they follow the religion that he claimed to follow and claimed to abide by. A lot of his victims have told that he has, in a way, forced them to convert to his religion in order to receive help from him. That is illegal. That's like religious extortion, forcing people to, take on beliefs that they might not believe in just to get some justice for a situation that religion didn't have shit to do with. So, these are the things that are being brought up and have been talked about. And these are the things that we want to hold him and are pushing to hold him accountable for. But it has to be done by the people, as Cher said. The people have to fund these platforms so that they don't get beat down like what they're trying to do right now to Brother Critical. Through Brother Critical, they're trying to shut down the whole show. Because if they could put some type of legal hold over him financially, he wouldn't be able to continue to go. And then that would scare others off because they don't want to lose their money. This day and age, at a time when money is very hard to come by, it's very, very important to live this life. I mean, it was before, but this system we're in right now, we're focusing on the time we're in right now. It's not nothing to play with. It ain't just plenty, just flowing and able for you to go outside and just pick some money up. You got to work hard for the money. So people not going for these scams and stuff these days. We have to protect it more. But in this day and age, we need the people, to help those stages get the same power that these criminals, these scammers have. They're using their money to get the power by attention. Well, we need those that are speaking truth to power to have the money to get that same power. Like I was talking about Reverend Al. He got that many different stages. He pumping that shit out. It's like continuously looking at the time that he's spending every day. That's what we all are doing. We're all putting all that effort in. That's what you're supposed to do. So you're supposed to bless these platforms to continually go. Because if you don't, when the Reverend Al's are gone, what will you have? When the buffoonery and the foolery and the clowning shows are gone, what will you have? Will you have helped out and made your own salvation, your own freedom from a system that wants to keep you censored and wants to just scam you, wants to keep you sleep? They hate woke. Ain't that what they going after now? Woke? You hate folks that are woke? Woke to what? Woke to the oppression. Woke to the foolery. You know, when we're getting oppressed and we're getting food, they call us sleep. We're deaf, dumb, and blind. We don't have no control over ourselves. That's what sleep is a metaphor of. That's what sleep is symbolic of. It's not having control over yourself. You're under control, out of control. And when the government is fooling you, they have the control over you. They don't want you to have the control over yourself. So if you get the control over yourself, you're in a symbolic place of woke. They don't like woke now. You know, it's, just some folks are too woke. Some people that got up and then had 4, 5 goddamn cups of coffee, in the first 2 minutes, and they too woke. You know what I mean? Just went too far with it. But again, there are some that are just waking up. And when they're waking up, they still drowsy. They got it all completely understood, but they're seeing, and when you wake up, you clear your eyes out so that your vision can get straight, and get like it needs to be focused, and you can see everything completely like it is in front of you. You wake up and you have to blink because the first seeing ain't what you're really seeing. That's what life is doing right now. A lot of stuff we've been seeing, we having to look and see it again. And now we got a clear focus. That's the proper woke. But again, they don't even like that. So we're fighting against that. So we need to use battle tool that they're using, which is this money system, to fight them back. Don't let them be able to sue critical. Don't let them be able to win. Use their devices to bully them and silence other victims. And just the attempt. Make them fear that goddamn attempt. But that comes with the people joining. Like, share. Subscribe to the channels. YouTube, Critical Show. YouTube, I thought we really wanted to change. Natural and Walking. You can go and check that out. You can hit that button and you can support the community that way. It don't take a lot. But like Chef say, it do take the money. Because if the foolers are putting on a big show to fool you, and those that are exposing the foolers got to put on equal show, or they won't get the people's attention. And I can give many metaphors, many examples, you know what I'm saying? But it's the truth. The taco stand, they look, just like a regular stand. It's got one picture of the taco on it. You be like, damn. The taco stand next to it, they got 500 pictures of different kind of tacos and pictures of this place and that place, and they got seating area outside, and that place looks, it's alluring. That place looks like the place to go get a goddamn taco. You be like, oh yeah. Going over here, you see they got music and all that, they got drinks, all that. It's the setup, which gets the people to come. And when you got that nice setup and you got nice food, man, that's a staple that you want to do. That's the same with this. Any system we got going on, people have to help. You know what I'm saying? So it's up to us, man. We can keep on putting it out there. But you can put the blueprint out there, but people got to go on and start building off of it. And that comes from accepting that these people are fooling us. And we got to fix them by backing each other, truly backing each other. There are people out there that have been doing it, And those people also, I'm gonna tell y'all something. This is just real. I'm gonna land this. We have to be more aggressive. We, the people, have to come after them like those that are fooling them come after the people. We have to go after them. We have to make the people understand that they need to help. We have to be more aggressive. We can't have that old sweet, soft tone, that shit that we learned a long time ago that, no, we don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. We don't want them to feel like this about us. Man, every time they come around, hey, man, we got to cut that shit, because our people are getting fooled. And so it's going to take us, to make them what they need. You know what I'm saying? So we got to come more aggressive, y'all, to save the people. We got to save them. You know what I'm saying? And like a baby, when that baby don't want that medicine, sometimes you're going to have to hold their arms and you're going to have to deal with the ripping and the fighting of it. But you got to get that medicine in them. It's going to make them better. When it make them better, it actually, as a parent, it makes you better because you hearing your baby moan and groan from that pain, from the sickness, you're not happy. stressed out, all that day, you're not comfortable. It is until that baby gets proper rest and it gets the medicine it needs, and you giving it the healing that it needs. Now you relax because your baby relax. So y'all, the people are our babies, and we have to give you the medicine. We those that are out here on the front line, we have to give them the medicine. That's how I say it, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that was some great examples. Uh, because yeah, we have to make sure to keep everybody informed. Uh, Tonight I'm dropping a few videos. Because we wait.
My bad. Uh,
Yeah. But tonight I will be dropping some videos. Yes, that's right. August 13th, the fake doctor trial starts. August 13th. So y'all make sure y'all put this on y'all calendar. August 13th, the fake doctor trial starts. The state of Texas versus the fake doctor. So y'all already know what time it is. Clank, 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 clank. She got those terroristic threat charges as well as two other charges out there in Port Arthur, Texas. So this is going to be very interesting, because a lot of people was giving her too much credit as far as that she has power and all of this old bullshit that people just over exaggerates. But just like I said, if she had some power, she would have been able to get those three charges dismissed or threw out, all that type of shit. So her time has finally come when she have to stand in front of those people, uh, and it's a trial by jury. So once those juries see those tapes and hear what she's saying, seeing that it was premeditated, because from Houston, from where she stayed, going out there to Port Arthur, that's almost a good hour, 45 minute, almost 2 hour drive, depending on the traffic. So she had way enough more time, more than enough time to turn around and come on back to Houston. But she wanted to be famous so bad and want to go viral so bad. She went down there to Port Arthur and made herself look like a jackass, a straight up jackass. Don't nobody want nobody like that represent the state of Texas. From everything that I have been hearing from the community say they don't want your ass in their communities. That's what the fuck people been telling me, and which I don't blame a lot of people. Don't nobody want nobody that's supposed to be, and this the thing, y'all. She's not an officer. She's of the state. She's not any of that. She just hold a chair for an organization. That's it. She doesn't have any power, none. So it's a lot of people that are going to be laughing at her, um because yes, the state of Texas gonna convict your ass on terroristic threat. You can ain't no if and buts about that shit. Google it. Ask anybody who have been um, um, committed a terroristic threat in the state of Texas and pick that shit up. Ask them what happened to them. Your ass gonna go in that motherfucker holding tank.
Goddamn right. it ain't gonna be no damn game, and it ain't gonna be fun, especially with these jails. They sickness and it's dirty and all of that. Just but it is what it is. But y'all just keep your eyes tuned in. But my bro gonna drop it, and it is what it is for all those that want to know. You know what I'm saying? But it's accountability. It's what's coming for that person. And they put themselves in that position, and we'll be able to sit back and watch it unfold. And hold many others to that same standard when they do that. So we hope y'all continue to watch, man. I myself, my brother Critical, we appreciate y'all attendance here tonight on Monday Night Slick Talk. This is, in honor of our brother Gary Monroe. So we shoot from the lip, not from the hip. We just telling the truth, how it is. We appreciate y'all presence, man. As always, I am the Houstonian and Houston haters hate to hear because I'm screaming loud and clear. 24/7, 365, I represent the truth. Critical Show, Hood News GP on mine. Remember, no matter what you go through in life, no matter what you go through, never sit down and never lay down. But in all things, do what you were born to do, and that's stand up. Till we see each other again, hey, Wednesday night, Natural, YouTube, All We Really Want to Change, Part 2. Thursday night, the Critical Show. Y'all know what time it is. We're going to come with it. We got something magnificent for y'all. Y'all will see the promos, and y'all can be ready for it and come back for the Friday night recap, man. Shout out to the big dog, third wheel of the Critical Show, man. And to all the rest of y'all, do it for each other. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. One love.
Yes, you're right. We shouldn't. Shit, we all criminals. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? She been but like I've been telling everybody from the jump, if anybody have ever been through the system, everybody know that it's a process going through the Texas system. And for everybody that have been there, you know what to expect. Yeah, but the fake doctor, her trial starts August 13th, 9 o'clock, Port Arthur, Texas. So I'm gonna also put out some promo, letting everybody know she got to go to court. Sir, she gonna be 9 o'clock. Cornell X. Cornell real name is Ralph Evans. So if anybody that need Cornell X served, his real name is Ralph Evans. Y'all spread the word, share this live so everybody can know how they can get these people that they have been looking for. Because people have been trying to get Cornell served, for many, many years. But it's a lot of people that have never known his real name. And that's really been a problem. He's never had a stable business address. So that has been a big problem. But Cornell X's name is Ralph X. Trials that starts August 3rd, 9 o'clock, and the state of Texas, the state of Texas versus terroristic threat. I don't know about the other two charges, but I know the terroristic threat gonna stick. They gonna stick it to the ass with that terroristic threat. Man, them motherfucking white jurors ain't gonna want once they watch that video. Shit, them white jurors gonna throw the book at your ass. At anybody. You come to their motherfucking community talking about you gonna blow their house up and bust their windows out and shit. Man, them people, that's your ass. That's your ass. That's your ass. That's your ass. And then on this other shit that's going on, that's your ass. That's your ass. Yeah, but y'all, like Brother Emmanuel was saying, we definitely appreciate, uh, all the support. Um, yeah, because the support has been real, man, and we love y'all back. Uh, and we keeping our motherfucking foot on their neck. Uh, especially this ridiculous lawsuit. I'm I'm anxious. I'm ready. Because all I want is my counterclaim. We ain't dropping the motherfucking thing on this end. So she can pump fake all she wants to on social media. Hey, but when it's time to go to court, we ain't dropping shit. Nothing. You feel what I'm saying? And we will be going live. We're gonna keep it posted on a lot of stuff. Y'all just make sure that y'all stay tuned and locked in with the Critical Show because we have a lot to get caught up on. You know what I'm saying? We had a few distractions. You know what I'm saying? But we are back on track. Hey, y'all just pay attention. Make sure I pay attention tonight because it's going down because I got some shit to post. Salute to everybody. Back Critical Show.